Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube family? This is Sammy Leggett here representing Team JVS. Back here again for another movie review. This is an A24 film. It's called Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I think it made its official debut at San Diego Comic-Con. I didn't get to see it then. When I came back, there was another screening for it. But then finally tonight, I was able to actually go and check it out. That's the reason why I got the little swag here. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies surrounds a few different friends that are trying to have a hurricane party, and something isn't right. They try to play a game called Bodies, 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 and it turns into a very deadly situation of not just a who done it, but who is going to get it. And I'm not just talking about like, life or death kind of situation. There's a lot of backstabbing. There's a lot of like fake like friendships. There's a lot of different things that is really jagged and twisted in terms of people's communication, what you perceive, what you believe. One thing I'll say about this film that I really liked is the videography, the cinematography. I think that the camera angles, the shots, I think they worked so well. Like, it worked too well. Like, this film actually looks great. And a lot of the times what adds to the tension of not knowing what was going to happen is the way that they're able to follow along with certain characters as things are progressing, whether it's like two characters in one location for a second, or it's complete pitch darkness and you don't know what's on the next corner, or you don't know whose motives are what. Because most of the time, I think that the movie, it presents itself as like that it's following Amelia Stenberg's character, Sophia. But she's not technically, to me, the main character. I think the main character is Mia Markova's B. B is kind of the outside person looking in. She is Sophia's girlfriend, and she doesn't party, she doesn't drink, she doesn't do any of this stuff. And she's put into a situation where she is being compromised. And it kind of, the camera follows her more than anything else. And it's very fascinating because it's kind of a fish out of water. But by following along with her and following along with other people as well, you don't know who's what. You don't know who's the culprit. You don't know who's the bad guy. And you don't know what's going on. And I love that. From a cinematography standpoint, I think they did a really good job with that. Also, the sound design. They use music because, I mean, these 20-something-year-olds, they're thumping music, they're taking drugs, they're doing a lot of stuff. The weird thing is I'm weird and I'm glad there is no nudity, and there is no sex involved necessarily in this. There's implied stuff, but it's really clean, which is very surprising. So I give it a salute to Halina Reijn for, using taste with it, while at the same time showing the debauchery of 20-something-year-olds, whether it's drugs, whether it's backstabbing, whether it is perspective, whether it is false perceptions of relationships, or just paranoia in general based on who and what you are on a social status standpoint. And it adds to that with, like I said, the music in the backdrop, but the sound design. The sound design adds to me the whodunit of it all. Like, it's when it's creepy, it's creepy. When the sound hits, it hits. And I think that watching it specifically in the theater, it worked really well. The standouts in terms of characters is concerned was really interesting because I went back and forth with different people. I think that Rachel Sennott, she was in a movie that I saw a while back, and I think she did a really good job in it. And that was Shiva Baby. So with Shiva Baby, I thought she did such a great job in that I was like, I wonder how her character is going to progress in this. And every single one of the girls have a distinct personality, where it's like Sophia's character, this Amandla's character, she's kind of like the shadow. Like, she's kind of recovering from some stuff and some trauma. Then you have like Alice, who's like, the rebel that everybody's cool with. But then at the same time, when stuff starts to crack, she's going to crack. And she's going to let everybody know vocally how she feels. Then you have character Emma, who's kind of like the girlfriend, Pete Davidson's character, David. Then you got Pete Davidson's character, who's kind of like the rich, know-it-all, but he also has got some underlying hurt, and you don't know the relationships that he has with different people. His best friend is technically supposed to be Sophia. So there's a lot of backstab, a lot of different things going on. Another person, a character that I liked was Jordan. I don't know if I liked the character. I think the character was layered to the point that I was like, this is an interesting character. Now, where the movie could make a hit or miss with you is what are you trying to get out of this film? I went in with no preconceived notions about anything. I didn't even see a trailer. So for me, I was kind of like, I'm pretty sure this is a death situation. Those are the only thing that I thought about. I didn't know that they would develop characters. I didn't know that the characters had real, relationship issues with each other and where that was going to go. Nor did I expect the way that it ended. Because the way that it ended, I was like, oh my gosh. And anytime you can have something like that, I was like, I'm entertained by this. There's a similar movie. I'm not going to say it's comparable to this, but there's a similar movie that happened where a girl marries into a family. And all of a sudden, the family's whole point is to hunt her down out of some kind of ritual. And like the way that movie ends, I did not expect. And the same thing for this, but just not on that science fiction-y kind of way. Like it ends where a point I was like, wait, is that what really just happened? And I love that. I love the simplicity behind that. I think there's an entertaining value to that. But if you're looking for more, or if you're looking for this smart flip or change, or if you're looking for like great performances, that's not what this is for. But there are some good performances in this one, specifically Amandla Stenberg's character. I think that she was definitely a standout. I think she did a really good job. But Maria Bakalova, she is such a multi-layered character, and she is acting. She is doing a really good job with this. Another person that's just out of nowhere is Lee Pace. Lee Pace plays a random older character, and like I think they used his character very well for the reasons that the story needed. But for me, I actually really enjoyed it, man. I think I give this a 7.5 out of 10. I think I would definitely go and watch it again from an entertainment standpoint, especially watching it with the group. I think that if I would love to see it again in theaters. I don't know how it would be watching it by myself, but I think if I did watch it by myself, I would definitely make sure the sound bar and the surround sound is up, make sure the lights were off, and just try to take it for what it is and enjoy the ride. Versus the first time watching it, you don't know who's doing what, you don't know what's really going on. But I think the rewatchability side of watching how things progress, and after watching, I think it adds to rewatchability. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think of Bodies. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace, people.